My name is Nizar El Bary. I was born in April 11, 1981 in the city of Khan Yunis, Gaza Strip, Palestine. In 1992, I was injured by an Israeli bomb. It was thrown at me from an Israeli helicopter, which I lost my leg, my left foot, my right leg, and my right hand. After that, I was transferred to Beit Jala for treatment. At the time, I met Steve Sosby. He was a journalist at the Beit Jala hospital. After that, Steve offered to take me to the US for treatment, and I agreed, and my family agreed to that. That's when I met Steve in Beit Jala. And me and Steve, we flew to the United States, and he found treatment for me at Shriners Hospital in Los Angeles. And I got my treatment taken care over there at Shriners Hospital.
Driving across the United States with Nizar El Bary. Every one of these stations.
I finished my treatment. I went to school. It was between Steve Sosby and Christy Sosby and Suhaila Nasser and Dr. Musa Nasser and the family. And at the time I won an award called Yes I Can, which was, we flew to Texas, and the award was offered by the President of the United States, Bill Clinton, at the time. This is the picture of the Yes I Can award I won. This was my teacher at the time I won the award. This was a picture of me and Steve on my first flight to the United States. This picture is not clear, but it was me and Steve traveling from California to Florida. After that, Steve brought me back to Palestine. He put me in a school in Beit Jala. I was there for 4 years, getting my education in the city of Beit Jala, in a boarding school. After that, my second trip for treatment, to continue my treatment in the United States, Steve flew me through the PCRF. At this time, he started the PCRF between him and Dr. Musa and Suhaila Nasser and many other volunteers. And he flew me to the United States, and I got my treatment at the second time. Then I came back to Palestine, and my third time was in 2001. He took me again for a third trip of treatment at Shriners Hospital. I was 18 at the time. I got my treatment at Shriners Hospital. It took about 2 years. My treatment. After I finished my treatment, I stayed in the United States for another 14 years.
Lost both his legs and his hand. His 14-year-old sister Sabah suffered severe.
At the time when Steve took me, there was no PCRF. Steve was a journalist. But then after that, it developed and became the PCRF with all the volunteers I mentioned previously. And it makes me feel really good. There's so many good people around the world, like Steve and like Dr. Musa and Suhaila Nasser, and so many in different chapters from the USA and outside the USA. It just makes me feel really good that I could get the help and the treatment that I need, which is all the time, whenever I need, the PCRF is provided for me. All the treatment I need is provided to me, and makes me feel really happy.
And manage a women's empowerment project, providing widows and single mothers a chance to...
Me personally, I believe the PCRF helped so many children from Gaza Strip and the West Bank. If it wasn't for them, it would be like I'm one of so many children. My life changed because of the PCRF, and I really appreciate everything the PCRF done for me and the PCRF volunteers.
Won't you join us to help save the lives of these children?
I am very lucky to meet somebody like Steve, because if it wasn't for Steve, I don't think so I would have ever accomplished what I accomplished today. I don't think so I would be walking the same as I walk today. I don't think so I would be where I'm at today. Steve changed a lot of things in my life. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be possible for me to walk or do what I could do today. So Steve provided, because at the time in the Gaza Strip, there was no such thing as a prosthetic, like a place to do prosthetics or fix them. Everything had to be, the closest place was the West Bank. And I was transferred to the West Bank, and they were trying there and didn't have enough technology or experience in prosthetics. They were just beginning. So when Steve took me to Shriners Hospital, a lot of people know Shriners Hospital for prosthetics, it was like a journey that changed my life 360 degrees. This is a picture of me before the explosion. I was 7 years old in this picture. And as you see, this is one of the prosthetics I have right now. This is the left foot. Right here, I lost the left foot. And this one is the right leg above the knee. And of course, my arm. Today, I'm 41 years old. I returned to Gaza 3 years ago. In December 2020, I got married in November 2020. Today, I have 2 kids. I live in the Gaza Strip in Khan Yunis. I have Muhammad, he's 2 years and a half, and I have Khalid, he's 6 months old. And I continue my treatment through the PCRF at Hamad Hospital. And I continue all my treatments, and sometimes volunteers come from the USA, like Ramona. Special thanks I would like to send to Ramona. She helps me out a lot. And Hamad Hospital has very good experience. And I get all my treatment now through the PCRF at Hamad Hospital. And I'm continuing my life right now, married, and continuing my life like usual, like the rest of the people of Gaza. And I really appreciate everything that happened to me through the PCRF and life in general. When Steve comes to the Gaza Strip, he has conferences, he gathers all the amputees he helped in the Gaza Strip. And sometimes I go and speak to these amputees, and I really like to tell them that never give up. Hope, there's all the time hope, and especially there's people like Steve that's there to help you, and nothing is impossible. You might be afraid in the beginning, you might have feeling that you can't do this and you can't do that, but with time, just believe in yourself and trust in yourself, and you could accomplish everything you want. There's nothing is impossible. The most important thing is your brain. If you got your brain, you could do anything that you want. I remember the PCRF, like I told you before, when it started, there was nothing as the PCRF. It was Steve only. But today, I compare the PCRF in 1992 when they first took me. It was the beginning. The PCRF, Steve and Dr. Musa and Suhaila Nasser started the PCRF. They were the beginners to start the PCRF. I remember it was a small project. But today, from what I see, it's a big organization all around the world. It provides treatment for thousands of kids. It brings medical teams for open heart surgeries and so many different things to Gaza Strip to do surgeries here. So I see the PCRF in the last 30 years, what it's done, it's wonderful, it's fantastic. And I see the future of the PCRF. I could see of course, with all the wonderful people from all around the world that's helping the PCRF, from volunteers, from presidents, from donors, I see the PCRF growing and providing more help and more treatment for children in the Gaza Strip, which they really need it. It's not provided here. And I would like to do a special thanks for Steve Sosby, a special thanks to Dr. Musa, and Suhaila Nasser, Tanya, and Mona, and a special thanks to all the volunteers from all over in the United States and outside the United States, from all over the world. I would like to send a message to the amputees, to the people, they might have cancer, they might have a kidney failure, or any problem in general in life. Never give up. Every day, the sun rises and the sun sets, but life continues. It's all up to you. You could make the best of it. You just have to work hard on it, And a journey that's 1,000 kilos, it starts with a kilo, starts with a step. So it's up to you if you want to do it. It's not hard. As long as you got your brain working, this is the most important thing in your body. That's what I believe in. And I encourage everybody, if he is an amputee or has cancer, whatever you got, never give up. Just have hope and continue, and things will come together by themselves. Just keep strong. I would like to thank the PCRF. I would like to thank Steve. Special thanks to Steve. Special thanks to Dr. Musa Nasser and Suhaila Nasser and the family and the many wonderful volunteers from Cleveland who helped me, and San Diego chapter at the time. Today there's so many chapters, but these chapters were at the time that I stayed in their homes, and they took care of me, and they done so many wonderful things to me. And I would like to thank everybody that helped me out at the time.